Everyone. It's great to be here at Build to get a chance to give you an early preview of our future plans. First, I want to talk about a new experience in the anniversary update. We want Windows to be the best place to have a voice conversation with Cortana. Cortana's answering 1 million voice questions per day. We have almost 1,000 applications that integrate with Cortana voice commands. And today, there's a new Cortana App Store collection available so customers can check out some great examples. We want to go even further and make a voice conversation with Cortana as easy as a voice conversation with a human. Sir, I've got this beautiful all-in-one with a nice big screen. You can see at the top left corner, Cortana's ready for me to have a conversation. I got to go to Sausalito tonight. I don't know where that is. I don't know how long it's going to take. Cortana can help me with that. Hey, Cortana, how long will it take to get to Sausalito?
It'll take 27 minutes to drive to Sausalito. It's about 12 miles away.
All the things you'd expect to work in this experience on the lock screen. I can play my music, I can set an alarm, and this also gives us a much bigger stage to let Cortana's personality shine through. Hey, Cortana, tell me a science joke.
Sodium, 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 Batman.
Na, old school Batman. Batman, you guys with me? All right. This experience is going to be shipping in the anniversary update. It's also going to be available in 13 countries. Cortana's going to be here all week in the Expo Fair. Please go check her out. But now I want to show you how she helps me get stuff done. Here's an early preview of some new experiences that we'll release in the coming months. Notice that Cortana's come into Outlook and scheduled some appointments for me. It's the blue with the circle. The idea there is Cortana's now in Outlook, and she's looking at my email and my calendar with my permission and helping me get things done, stay on top of things. A good example, this week I was exchanging a bunch of email with our Microsoft Travel Service, trying to figure out the best time to get home on Friday. Cortana was able to understand that conversation without me doing anything. I didn't create an appointment. She automatically put all that flight information on my calendar to make it really easy for me to track. She applies the same conversational intelligence to help me stay on top of commitments in email. I get a ton of email, which makes it easy for me to forget things I said I would do. So here Cortana's flagged something that I said I'd send my manager today. I was actually going to get ahead of this on the plane, but the siren song of that flight infotainment system got me again. No problem. Cortana's there, and she knows the last time I made an update. She knows where the document is. I can ask her to go take care of this for me. Send Chuck the PowerPoint that I worked on last night.
Sure thing. I found this PowerPoint document. Is this it?
And I can go ahead and get that sent. Since Cortana's not bound to a specific device, thank you. Thank you. Now, since Cortana's not bound to a specific device, she helps me keep track of notifications that are happening right here on my Android phone while I'm doing work on my PC. So here I've got a notification, a text message that came in from my friend Ben. He's here in the Bay Area. We went to Michigan together, go Blue, and we were talking about getting together after the keynote. Any Michigan grads out there? There we go. I can go ahead and respond right here from my PC. Cortana knows that I'm talking about meeting with Ben. She offers to add this to my calendar. And then she tells me, you got a couple of other things there. Can I help you move these? Let's see, Ben or some work-related stuff. I choose Ben. And what she did there is appointments from noon on Wednesday automatically shift to the appointment, the free block of time I had there on Thursday. Now, since that meeting with Ben is over lunch, you can see here that Cortana's brought in some proactive actions that she thinks can help me. Cortana has a team of experts that she relies on. This idea that Cortana doesn't need to know everything, she can go and ask experts for help. Experts are all of you developers that are creating these amazing apps and services that can integrate right into Cortana. So in the case, since this meeting's over lunch, I might want to book a table. We might not have time, so I might need to bring in some food, or she can offer some helpful suggestions about things to do. Here you can see a bunch of options. City food tour sounds great. Here's some information about that. Notice the option to buy tickets. Extensibility also means help me get that action done. Here we create a very simple sample application, City Food Tours. Notice Cortana's passed in some context for me. There are 2 of us in the meeting invite. Here's some other information. I can confirm my order, and now I've got tickets purchased. This same experience also works for business applications. So the next time I go to Cortana, she's queuing up another thing she thinks I might want to work on. In this case, I took a taxi last night, and Cortana found out that there was a receipt in my email, and she's offering to help me put that into my expense report. We use the Microsoft Expense application internally to track this kind of thing. When I click on that, notice that all of the information and details from that receipt are put into that application. And I can go ahead and add and choose to save that. Since Cortana's not bound to a particular device, I can finish all these tasks here on my Android phone. So when I go ahead and launch Cortana, you can see that my meeting with Ben is here, and I got the tickets to the Food City tours. The Microsoft Expense application's here. I can go ahead and choose to submit that, and it's all taken care of. Since the phone is my most personal device and it's with me all the time, Cortana can augment me in very interesting ways. So I have a 5-year-old son, and I started this tradition 2 years ago when I brought him home a toy from a business trip. Now, every time Daddy goes on a business trip, little man thinks it's his birthday, and Daddy better deliver and bring home yet another toy. I don't remember the name of the toy store that I went to last year when I was here, but it had great Transformers and things that he wants. So since Cortana's with me, she can help enhance my memory. What toy store did I go to last year at Build? Here you can see she finds the correct toy store, and again, she brings in helpful proactive actions. Now let me show you how easy it is to create these actions. Here I'm on the developer portal. Today we're announcing an invite-based preview for proactive actions. And here's the portal that you can use to connect your apps and websites to Cortana. I want to share 2 examples of partners that have already integrated, Glimpse and Just Eat. Glimpse provides an easy way to safely share your location with someone in real time. They had a great idea for improving the I'm running late experience in meetings. Instead of fumbling around trying to figure out how to send a text message and figure out when am I going to get there and am I really going to get there at the time I think, I can just send a Glimpse, which gives all the attendees real-time tracking of me with a map and tells me my expected ETA. Just Eat is a leading food delivery service based in the UK, and they're very excited about scenarios like helping you order dinner when you're working late. Let me show you how easy it was for Just Eat to configure the portal. Only a few steps. The first thing you do is you go and add insights. Insights control when Cortana surfaces your action. That's this column right here. This column is the contextual info. This is the information that you want your app to request from customers. So in the Just Eat example, Just Eat would like to know my cuisine preferences because they can do a much better job of giving me helpful suggestions if they knew that I love sushi. Customers are always in control of the data that Cortana shares, so she's always going to ask permission before any data is sent to applications or services. Here are the deep links that you create to open your app. These deep links are not restricted to a particular device or platform. We support Windows applications, we support Android applications, iOS applications are coming in the future, and we also support websites. And then finally, some metadata that you add that shows how the experience shows up in the Cortana UI along with an icon. So here you can see a sample appointment, and both Glimpse and Just Eat are here as actions. It only took Just Eat 15 minutes to get their app registered to work in this experience. We're looking forward to seeing all the great ideas you have for integrating with Cortana. Please request an invite to the Cortana Developer Preview, and I hope to see you at the Cortana sessions. Thank you.
Is going to be smarter, more helpful, and entertaining. We're moving into a world where you will soon be able to plan trips, shop, even talk to intelligent bots, all from within your Skype chats. So I'm going to show you a demo of this next generation of Skype. Since it's Skype, it'll work on iOS, Android, Mac, web, you name it. But I'm going to show it to you on my Windows phone. So here I see that I have one missed notification. Let's see who that's from. And it's from Gurdeep. For those of you that don't know, Gurdeep's our corporate vice president for Skype, so I can't ignore this. So let's go into it. And you see I have a visual video mail from Gurdeep. I'm going to play it.
Hey, I just learned that you've been asked to keynote Codes again this year. Congratulations and thanks for everything you do for Skype.
That is amazing. I'm a huge fan of Codes. I'm going to send him a quick thank you. So right away, as you're seeing here, there are some new things in this next generation of Skype. You see this visual video mail. So we have a video message with the transcript right below. This is one of the examples where we're taking intelligence from things like Skype Translator and bringing them directly into everyday features like video messages. And now Gurdeep is telling me the team has sent me a little something, so that's really nice. I'll send him a quick little happy emoticon. So in this next generation of Skype, the other thing that you'll notice in the canvas is my personal assistant, Cortana, is always there in the upper right-hand corner. Cortana is there if I want to talk to her one-on-one or in a group, or even as you can see here, she's subtly improving my messages by highlighting key points in my text, like CODIS. So I can tap on CODIS. You see this rich card powered by Bing that's showing us that CODIS is a real organization that Microsoft sponsors to really promote women in technology, which is something that I'm very passionate about. So now you see Cortana is actually sending me a private message. I'm going to tap that, and I go into the one-on-one conversation I have with Cortana. So she's telling me the Cups and Cakes bot would like to know my location for delivery, and yes, I'll share it. And would I like to track delivery? Also, yes, I'll share it. So right away, what you're seeing here is that the agent Cortana is actually brokering the conversation with the third-party bot, the Cups and Cakes bot. Now I see this rich card that is showing me that the cupcake is on its way and that it will be here within a few minutes. All of this is happening within my Skype chats. This is just one example of the many ways that you're going to start seeing businesses using the power of Skype and Cortana to interact with their customers. Now, since I'm already talking to Cortana and I've committed to doing this keynote, I'm going to go ahead and try to plan the rest of my trip. Please block my calendar for CODIS from April 10th through April 12th. So you saw there I used push to talk because I didn't feel like typing. And right away, the other thing you're going to notice here is that Cortana actually has context from my previous chat with Gurdeep. So even though I just told it the dates, it actually knows the location and that it's from the conversation with Gurdeep. Now Cortana is proactively thinking about the next steps in coordinating my trip. So she's actually suggesting that I connect with the Weston bot. Anybody that knows me knows I normally stay at a Weston bot. And so what you see here now is Cortana has actually introduced the Weston bot into the conversation. But not only has she done that, she has given the Weston bot context, so I don't have to repeat myself. The Weston bot knows this is for Dublin and it's for those particular dates. All of this saves me a lot of time and effort. Now, there are suggested rooms. I'm going to choose the normal room. Confirmation. And just like that, in 2 simple steps, I was able to block my calendar and also book my hotel room. Now, there's nothing else the Weston bot can do for me, so I am going to say no thank you. And now because Cortana has all my relevant details, the Weston bot can actually leave the conversation. Now we're seeing a third aspect of Cortana. She knows my connection. She knows who I communicate with. And so here you're seeing her actually suggest that when I go on this trip to Dublin that I communicate with my friend Jani. And I see this card. I could call her directly from here or video call her, but I don't know what time it is, and so I'm going to choose to message her. Clicking that takes me to the conversation I have with Jani. The other thing you'll notice is that Cortana, because she has context about why I'm pinging Jani, she's pre-populated the text with context around when I'm going to Dublin and basically why I want to talk to her. And fantastic, Jani is available and she's even going to show me around town. So this is just a glimpse into how Skype and Cortana powered by Bing, can make our conversations more productive, informed, and fun. Now, as you know, real-time video is a big part of how Skype is used today. I just showed you intelligence applied to messaging conversations, and I now have the pleasure of announcing we will also be bringing intelligence into real-time video. Skype video bots will reinvent the way that friends, family, and businesses get together. For the first time, we will enable a very personalized experience for you to connect with your favorite character, business, or brand. And the best part is that starting today, developers will have access to our first ever Skype bot SDK. And as you can see there, you can also sign up to one of our global hackathons. We're starting with the first one in May, which is happening here down in Silicon Valley. You'll be able to seamlessly integrate into chats like I showed you, or even invent totally new audio and video experiences for an audience of millions. Also, to make this even sweeter for developers, as of today, Skype consumers will have access to bots in our latest Windows, iOS, and Android apps. But this is just the beginning. With HoloLens becoming available, we are also bringing intelligence into your virtual conversations with Skype for HoloLens. Please roll the video.
So as Dan said, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of some tools we've been experimenting with to help you build your bot's brain. All right, so here I have my chat control, and I can type in, please send me a large pepperoni pizza. And you can see that my bot understands the size and toppings and asks me to clarify what kind of crust I want. Now, in order to do this, your bot needs to understand natural language. So as you begin, before you have real users using your bot and before you have real user response data, we've provided some simple tools to help you build your natural language rules. Let's take a look. All right, so these are the rules behind my bot's brain. Just like Dan showed you, except we've provided a UI to make them a little bit easier to read. So if you look at the first rule, it matches responses such as deliver me some quantity of some size pizza with some kind of topping. That's pretty cool, right? So I can just click into the deliver verb to understand it more. And here you can see that not only the word deliver triggers the verb, but also order and buy. So that's pretty cool too. But what if people use other words? Because we mine the web and understand language, things like verb tense, translation into other language, common misspellings, we can help you by providing you some suggestions for synonyms. All you need to do is click, select the ones you want, and you've expanded your dictionary. It's really easy. What else is great is if I have other bots, like the cupcake bot that Lillian showed you earlier, I can share these dictionaries across my various bots. Now, rules are great and critical for getting started. But as you start getting more and more users and more response data, rules can be very complex to manage. And this is where we provide you with another tool. Here, we use machine learning and deep learning to create your conversation model. So, building upon what I just showed you, we automatically add your semantic dictionary and your rules. We also make it really easy for you to upload additional training data to get started. Now, we know that people can be very unpredictable as they use your bots. So here, you can see a user has said, "Can you deliver 3 large pepperoni pizzas to my crib?" So you're laughing. So you know, and I know, that my crib is slang for house. But the system doesn't know that. So it's really easy for me, if I think it's appropriate, to tag it, add as a location, and save. So it's that easy to help teach your bot and help it become smarter. And you don't need to be a data science expert, and in fact, you don't even really need to know how to code to help your bot improve. So that's pretty cool, right? All right. So finally, we know intelligent systems have their limitations. So here, I type, "Send me a large pepperoni pizza to Moscone at 2. All right. And here, my bot is telling me, I don't understand. And what it can do for tasks that are rare, complex, or just that it doesn't understand, it can automatically escalate to a person. And this is something that we think is a great example of what Satya mentioned earlier, to combine what people do best with the intelligent system. So let's take a look at what the worker might see. All right. So here, as I'm working, the system in real time is automatically suggesting me responses, and you can see those responses below my text entry in the chat window. And then on the side, the system is automatically pre-filling my order form based on what it knows. Now I can see here the system has incorrectly classified Moscone as a person. So all I need to do, again, is click, correct the annotation, and save it. The system prompts me to clarify that it's Moscone Center, and again, my suggested response is update. I can just click and enter to facilitate my interaction with my customer. So this is working. I can continue to teach my bot without needing to know natural language, machine learning, deep learning, or even coding.